Welcome to Coffee Coaching. My name is Lucy Ellis and I'm with Hewlett-Packard. In this session of Coffee Coaching, I will cover Windows Server 2012 Standard Edition and HP ProLiant servers. We'll review the HP ProLiant ML350E Gen8, the BL465C Gen8, and the HP ProLiant DL360P Gen8 server. According to Microsoft, for Windows Server 2012 Standard Edition, the hardware compatibility requirements are the following. Minimum CPU required is up to 2 processors per license, no processor limit, and a 1.4 GHz x64 is the lowest processor type. RAM for standard is required 2 GB minimum, and storage required is 32 GB minimum. For your basic Windows Server 2012 Standard Edition needs, the HP ProLiant ML350E Gen8 server is a great choice. The ProLiant 350E Gen8 server is a tower platform that can also be racked. When racked, the ML350E Gen8 is a 5U. Starting at an HP ILP of 1,519 US, this tower workhorse is a dual processor platform with Intel Xeon E5-2400 processors. Along with flexible deployment options, this allows businesses to scale as needed so they can optimize their IT dollars. The HP ProLiant ML350E Gen8 delivers the industry's most powerful embedded management technology with HP Integrated Lights Out ILO 4, which allows businesses to manage their servers anytime from anywhere. The 350E Gen8 base models come with standard memory of either 2, 4, or 8 GB, all upgradable to a max of 192 GB. There are 12 DIMM slots with DDR3 memory. There are 6 PCI expansion slots, a smart array, B120i SATA RAID storage controller, and a variety of drives are supported, both SATA and SAS. Now, when you need a rack form factor for your Windows Server 2012 standard deployment, please look at our HP ProLiant DL360P Gen8 server. The DL360P Gen8 server series provides industry-leading 2-socket performance and a space-saving of 1U size, ideal for any cloud solution. Like the HP ProLiant ML350E server, this server also supports HP ILO management engine. Starting at an entry price of HP ILP 2,599 US, the HP ProLiant DL360P Gen8 model offerings provide choice in processor, memory, and storage capacity, all exceeding the minimum requirements for Windows Server 2012 Standard Edition. Again, please check the HP Quick Specs to learn more about this server. Now, the final product I'd like to highlight as a match for Windows Server 2012 Standard is our Blade. It's from our Blade family. It's the HP ProLiant BL465C Gen8 server. The HP ProLiant BL465C Gen8 server with unique blend of core density and a broad memory footprint and a half-height form factor starting at an HP ILP of 3,359 US. The BL465C Gen8 delivers price and performance leadership for virtualized and high-performance computing environments. The server's 1x8 and 1x16 PCI 2.0 I/O expansion slots support the highest performing mezzanine option cards. The BL465C Gen8 server also has features like HP Smart Array. It also has the Smart Array with P220i RAID controller with 512 MB flash backed write cache and support for HP Smart Storage and HP Smart Drives. The system is also supported with the HP ILO management engine. So that wraps it up for today. I hope you've enjoyed this session of Coffee Coaching. And for more information, see more videos like this, join the Coffee Coaching community on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thanks again.
Hi, I'm Steve Bark, the HP OEM Windows Server Product Manager for the Americas. Welcome to this session of Coffee Coaching. Today I'm going to cover CALs. With every operating system and server sale, don't forget to ask about the customer's need for CALs. Every user or device will need a license to access the programs on that server. Just what are CALs? CAL stands for Client Access License, and it grants access to certain Microsoft Server software licenses. In other words, CALs allow users and devices access to utilize the services of that server software. For example, when buying an HP ProLiant server with Windows Server 2012 Standard or Data Center, you will need to provide users or devices the rights to access the software running on the server. Here's where CALs come in and grant those rights. There are a couple of different types of CALs. There are device CALs needed for every device, utilized by any user accessing your servers. Device CALs make the most economical and administrative sense for an organization with multiple users for one device, such as shift workers. There are also user CALs, which provide an access license for every named user accessing your servers from any device. User CALs make the most economical and administrative sense for an organization with many roaming employees who need access to the corporate network from unknown devices, or employees who access the network via multiple devices. That is, if the number of users is less than the number of devices, then this is the more economical choice. There are also CALs for remote desktop services, also referred to as RDS. They are required if the user or device is accessing or using the terminal server functionality of Windows Server 2012 Standard and Data Center editions. Note that up to 2 users or devices may access the server software only for server administration purposes without requiring CALs. You may be wondering what CALs are offered for HP OEM Windows Server 2012 operating systems. HP OEM offerings of Windows Server 2012 Standard and Data Center editions do not include any CALs pre-bundled with the OS license. However, HP makes CALs available in user and device 1 and 5 packs for the server offerings that you can offer to your customers at any time. HP also offers remote desktop services CALs. For any additional CALs you purchase, you decide the type of CAL, user or device you desire. Now let's go through some housekeeping on CALs. What happens if my customer loses their CAL? Windows Server CALs are not enforced by software and product keys, so the CAL Pack Certificate of Authenticity only has a value as a customer's proof of purchase. The customer's invoice may serve the same purpose, so there is no need to replace the CAL Pack COA. What about CAL activation? Well, it's important to know that user and device CALs do not need to be activated, with the exception of RDS CALs. RDS CALs can only be activated through the Remote Desktop Licensing Manager tool in Windows Server 2012. For steps and options to activate an RDS licensing server, please click on the links in the description of this video or the references on our blog. You may be wondering about the compatibility of CALs among different versions of Windows Server. CALs must be the same version as or higher than the server software they are accessing. Windows Server 2012 CALs are backwards compatible to Windows Server 2008 R2, 2008, and 2003 R2. RDS CALs, however, are version specific, so match the RDS CAL version with the customer's Windows Server version. In other words, Windows Server 2012 RDS CALs only work with Windows Server 2012. If you need more information about CALs, visit the pages listed on screen. You'll find the CAL's specific part numbers and details in the quick specs. Finally, I'd like to recommend that you do a CAL checkup call with your customer. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to visit your customers and ensure that they have enough CALs on hand and see if there's anything else that they may have changed and how you can help. Thank you again for joining us on this coffee coaching session.